humbled to come do so. When he asked me to come speak about myself, that's not really the topic I really want to talk about. So I'll touch on that a little bit at the end, but I really want to talk about the special people here today. I want to talk about ALS, educate you all a little bit. Once again, I want to thank Rick, because without Rick being the visionary that he is, to see a man and not see a disease, and to see someone like Jeremy who never allowed his life to be defined by ALS. He continued to be the man, the great man that he is. He continued to be the coach on that field, inspiring young men to be better than they were already. And Rick saw that, and Rick wanted to capture that. That's what we need more of. Most people don't know what ALS is. Most people have never heard of ALS. Without people like Rick, we're left with people like Reggie Bush, who recently, when Steve Gleason came out, Steve Gleason was a teammate of Reggie Bush's on the New Orleans Saints. Recently, during a game, they were talking about Steve Gleason, that he had ALS, and Reggie Bush tweeted out, "Good luck, Steve, and here, I'm praying for a speedy recovery." What does that tell you? People don't know about ALS. There is no recovery. So without Rick, without people like Jeremy, the awareness and the advocacy isn't there. In addition, we want to educate everyone about this disease. The odds of getting this disease are not as rare as you think. It's 1 in 1,000. Next time you go to Turner Field and watch a game with the Braves, know that 40 of the people there will have ALS one day. This is a disease that was first recognized in 1870 by a French scientist. And here we are in 2012, and they're no closer to a cure, they're no closer to a long-term treatment. Compare that to HIV in the early 80s. And how many of you remember where you were when Magic Johnson came out and said, "I'm HIV positive"? And you know what? He's alive and kicking today. So I'm very appreciative for movies like this. And there's another thing I'm very appreciative for. It's for places like Emory University and the science and the medicine that they're doing right there right now. There's a stem cell trial going on at Emory University, and in that trial, they have done 13 patients so far. One of my heroes, John Conley, who's sitting right here in front of me, he was patient number 7. And I remember hearing about this trial, and then I saw an interview with John on TV, and he said, "You know, I'm a soldier in the battle with everyone else against ALS." And I said, "John, I want to be a soldier next to you." And that's what I've tried to do. I have ALS. I don't look like I have ALS. Believe me, I feel it, but I don't look it. And I was lucky to be patient number 11. And before I had my surgery, I used a cane full time. I took steps very purposefully, one at a time, handrail. I got winded going to my mailbox and back, and just extremely fatigued all the time. If I arm wrestled my 7-year-old daughter, I couldn't beat her. They say God is faith and science go hand in hand because God is the author of them both. So I've been blessed. I still have ALS. I've seen a lot of progress, seen a lot of blessings in my life. But just to highlight the fact they still don't know, is the doctors can't tell me why it's helped me and why they can't duplicate it, which is what my prayers are. They don't understand the science yet. They don't understand the disease yet. They don't understand what triggers the disease yet. And the only way we're ever going to truly learn that is if, as a community, we still raise awareness about this disease, we advocate on behalf of this disease. Like I said, 1 in 1,000. 1 in 1,000. Those odds aren't as small as you think. So once again, Rick, thank you for what you've done. Jeremy, thanks for being the man you are, the inspiration you are. John, thank you for being one of my personal heroes. I appreciate that very much. And thank you all for coming out tonight and supporting this wonderful endeavor. God bless.